This video is an extract from our weekly podcast, which is available right now on our Patreon page at patreon.com/prettygoodgaming. Or you can wait till next Wednesday when it goes live to everyone. Cheers. So let's talk about the COD beta then, guys. The COD private beta ran over the weekend, which was a PS4. It was only on PS4 this weekend.
Yeah.
But it's running again the coming weekend for PS4 and Xbox One from September the 1st. It's probably going to be 10 AM Pacific time /6 PM UK time to the 4th of September. So you got the whole weekend basically. There's three or 4 days there to jump in and see what you make of it. It's only open to people who have pre-ordered it. Which kind of sucks. Yes. You want to jump into the beta, then buy the game first. I guess isn't the message that they're sending there. But regardless of that, it's a pretty big beta, guys, isn't it? There's plenty of stuff in there.
Yeah, there's a lot of content to it.
Yeah, different game modes and 3 or 4 different maps, isn't it, Liam?
Yeah, plenty of weapons and gadgets to unlock. And
do you feel like it give you a good taste?
Definitely, yeah.
You got a good idea of the multiplayer package there now.
You got your different kill streaks. There was different classes, quite a lot of maps and modes. So you know.
The maps that I've got here are Pointe du Hoc, which is quite famous World War II kind of battle scenario. Ardennes and Gibraltar, and the modes that you can play on those are the new war modes. I guess, can you guys explain what that is? That's kind of Battlefield-ish in a sense, isn't it?
So if you're familiar with operations in Battlefield 1, where it's like different objectives over different maps, war's kind of like a more simple version of that. So first objective, you have to capture a manor house thing. Then you have to like cross a bridge, like build it.
You build in the bridge, and then
that's awesome.
You actually have to build it, and then like the opposite team have to destroy it and halt progress.
I like the idea of that.
And then the final ones, you've got to like escort your tank across.
Which you can get in. You can get into the tank.
You can sit as a gunner.
that is immediately a lot more Battlefield-ish, isn't it? It can't be a coincidence the Battlefield 1 has been doing pretty well.
Obviously, the big thing with that is that you've got your side and their side, so it's not like, people can't get in and flank you. So there'll be this bridge in the middle of the map, and it'll be the side you're trying to get across, and you can't, sneak your way over there, and they can't do it back. And there's a lot of that. It's very good if you want that World War II experience, and you're still a bit too used to Battlefield 1.
That sounds very interesting. I prefer Battlefield to COD by miles because of that sense of battle and the battle line, so that people aren't spawning behind you and you're killing someone and they're spawning right in your ass within a few seconds. I hate that kind of stuff. So the fact that they're trying to appeal to that side of things a little bit more is interesting. But you've got your traditional ones as well, haven't you? You've got your team deathmatch and domination.
Hardpoint.
Hardpoint. That's the one I couldn't remember the name of earlier.
You've dipped into those as well, guys?
Yeah, the little.
Does it feel like COD, or is it a big departure?
I think it does. I think it feels like they've made an effort to go old school Call of Duty. It feels more like COD for Modern Warfare 2 than, say, Black Ops or Advanced Warfare.
How have they done that? They've taken away a lot of the abilities.
Well, that's it. Yeah, Liam's going to be able to tell you a bit more about it, because all I remember was I played Call of Duty up to like Black Ops, right? I didn't bother with all the jetpack pink gun shit, and I'm playing this, and I feel like I feel like nothing's happened since I've been gone, which is funny because everyone's saying it's going back, but for me, I haven't played the game in about 8 years, and it feels like it's gone nowhere.
Okay, so it's not just the gameplay, though. They've changed the whole meta around it, I guess, haven't they? They've changed the progression system and stuff a little bit, so there's divisions now. Can you explain what those are?
So divisions are kind of like classes. So there's infantry, airborne, armoured, expedition force, and
Mountaineer,
which is like the sniper.
What, that just affects your loadout or something? Or?
They all have like different specialties, and they do have like abilities tied to them. So like airborne is SMG is your main weapon, but you get benefits for that. Like you get a suppressor that you can attach to any SMG, like as long as you're playing the airborne division.
I was playing Mountaineer, which is like the stealth sniper class, and obviously when you hit a certain rank, you get the perk. So I'm gonna forever call it UAV. A UAV from COD 4, the recon thing, where it
recon plane.
You don't show up on their recon plane and stuff like that. So there are perks tied to that, and then there's different unlocks that you spend your coins on. Is it a medal? Or is it a coin?
You get like unlock tokens, which is a thing they kept from like Black Ops 2 onwards, I think. Which I know not a lot of people like, because it just like limits basically what you can
spend them on what you want to upgrade.
You get one per level usually.
For me, I thought this was meant to be a bit of a reboot almost for the series, and a bit of a going back to what made the series great and all that sort of stuff, right? But it sounds to me like they have brought stuff over, like from recent games, from the Black Ops sub-series and stuff. And they're willing to keep a lot of stuff in there, but also they want to relive the glory days of COD. So have they balanced that pretty well based on the beta? Do you think that there's too much of the COD ghosts and the Black Ops, or is it a nice balance that they've got?
I think it's a nice balance myself, because I played Advanced Warfare, Infinite Warfare, Black Ops 3, all of them, and I wasn't a particularly big fan of the whole wall running 360 jetpack shit, and it's nice.
I don't think anyone really was though, were they? That's the thing with it.
But it's nice to see they've gone back to the more COD 4 Modern Warfare 2 style of COD, but they have included some of the, I suppose, ease of life quality of life improvements from the newer ones. So it's good, and I think it's struck quite a nice balance between the two, in all honesty.
Is it going to win over any new fans?
Well, that was going to be my big question. That was going to be the one. I mean, not only that, people who've left the series, people like me who have decided at COD, World at War, that I was like, oh, hang on a minute, this is very similar to Modern Warfare, and and just kind of fell off the series a little bit since it changed the way it did. Will it bring those people back? Will it bring like the COD 2 purists and stuff like that? Do you know what I mean? Will it bring them back on board? And does it do enough to convince older fans who maybe aren't into the series anymore?
Yeah, probably not. Not COD 2. Like, if you're a fan of COD 2, like I know Gaz is, that's one of his favourite games. I don't think World War 2 are winning back at all.
No.
Right.
Because it's definitely more Modern Warfare 2
Modern Warfare 2, if it's going to be anything. What, for me, like, the reason I won't go back, I think it's just, like, the gameplay compared to Battlefield 1 is still so lackluster.
You won't go back?
No, I'm not going to buy it. And the reason I'm not is because, like I was saying to you guys in the office, I play Sniper a lot of the time. Yeah. This seems to still be a very running... If you like quite fast-paced running gun in action, this is for you. But you've got to decide, do I want to try and play the way I want to play, or do I have to adapt to the only way that I can keep up with everybody else? So it's like I could be having fun at the bottom of the scoreboard and dying every 2 seconds, or if you can't beat them, join them and get a shotgun and knock about. Liam played for a lot longer than me. You hit the level cap, which was 20, and then you hit 25 and hit 25. You were playing run and gun, right?
Yeah, I went the airborne class, which is the SMG one.
It sounds like that's the most COD-ish class there is.
It definitely is. Like, you can... Once you unlock a few of the perks, like there's this mini sight you can get for SMGs and all guns pretty much, which makes you aim really quick. Then combine that with the perk that makes you aim down sights really quick, and you can just run around like a utter madman, getting hundreds of kills.
With a silencer as well, so you don't even pop up on a map, it's a bit of bullshit, really.
Okay, so it's kind of a mixed bag then. It's a mixed bag of what I'm getting off you, anyway, that there's definitely improvements, and that it's a kind of different game, but also it's very much familiar to anyone who's played a COD game before. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting for me. I'm still very interested in it, but like I've said a few times now, I'm just going to wait for the reviews and see what the consensus is, and if people are saying this is either this is an amazing COD game, one of the best, or that it just doesn't feel like COD. I'm going to have to see what the consensus is before I dip into it, because I'm still pretty suspicious that it's going to be too familiar. So there we go. That's the COD multiplayer private beta. If you want to try it out, and you've pre-ordered the game, you can do from 10 a.m. Pacific time in America on September the 1st, and that runs through the whole weekend to September the 4th. So you've got a few days to jump into it there. Thanks a lot for watching this podcast extract. Remember to like the video if you did enjoy it. Subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this every single day. And remember to check out Patreon if you want the full podcast right now. See you next time.